Hey guys, I know I haven't posted on this account in a little minute, despite all the craziness that's going on, all the turmoil, the natural disasters, the pain and things like that this year. I just wanted to tell you guys,
I definitely know who moved that Tesla on that late July before they went on tour.
The LAPD found David's response video to the allegations, even evidence proving that whatever happened to Celeste likely occurred in David's other cheap rental home. The private investigator looking into the Celeste case would be asked, where is David right now? Which is the #1 question everyone's wondering.
Do you have any indication about where David is right now?
I don't. I have no idea. And it's kind of bizarre because his group has stayed so silent, what's left of his group, I guess. And I'm not even sure the conversations that the owner did have with his management in breaking that lease. I'm not even 100% sure his management knows at this time where he's at. I think his attorney might be the only one, and his parents.
He's asking this because of new evidence relating to David's best friend named Neo. Neo's rumored to have been living in David's other rental home that he has kept private from everyone. It reads, "This in no way implies any type of guilt, but based on Steve's recent findings, aka the investigator, and David's social media, it's very possible that his friend Neo was the last one driving the Tesla. Neo has wiped his social media clean of David and does not follow him on Instagram," which relates to the private investigator hinting towards Neo's involvement, where he claims that he already knows who drove the Tesla.
You know who that person is, and do you believe that is the person that moved the Tesla?
So I definitely know who moved that Tesla on that late July before they went on tour. I can't say who the person, and I don't mean I can't say but I don't know who exactly was in the house because it's just a report, but there's video, but you can't make a person out. But somebody was in the house, and being that there's only one key, it's like, okay, who had access at that time? So is it the same person that moved the Tesla? Was another last part of the plan about to go in motion as far as getting rid of her? I don't know.
With this going viral online, Neo would begin doing shady things to his Instagram. It was announced, receipts show that David and Neo, who had been constantly together, no longer follow each other on Instagram. What happened to Celeste and who put her in the Tesla? Did Celeste learn or witness something significant related to David? Given his public profile as an artist, where rumors would begin circulating that David may have had a relationship with Neo, where several photos of them together would go viral online, whether it was them laying down or even recreating the famous Titanic pose. There's a lot to look into. Due to this, the private investigator would then speak further on what he believes happened to Celeste.
You don't know more information about when she, right?
No,
okay.
I don't have any information of how she, when exactly she. I have, listen, investigations are always moving, and right now I tend to believe it happened a while ago, a long time ago. And I think January, February, things change. I mean, you can see it in the photos and everything. And I also think when I first started looking at this case, I'm very much an Occam's razor type of person where I think things are a lot easier than people try to make them sometimes, especially online, into these big things. And I thought this was going to be a tragic, which it very well still could be. And they made a bad decision because they didn't want to expose a potential relationship and put her in this Tesla. And then maybe he thought he could get somebody to get rid of that car. And they were just like, no, I'm not doing it. And just got left there. But I will say this, there are some things that, and I'm talking physical evidence that was at that house that there could have been greater plans as far as getting rid of her.
But there was one more piece of evidence that he did find. Knowing David had a second home, it was important to figure out the last time that he was there. It's rumored that Celeste was living at the second home because it was a lot more private. Add this with the news of video that David recorded at his other house where Celeste stayed in February 2025 is where Celeste had likely been passed for a few weeks. Also in February, he leased a red Tesla and stopped using the black one, where the investigator notices the picture frame behind David, but they also checked the date of when David recorded and uploaded the video, lining up perfectly to when investigators believe Celeste had passed, and the same month where David would randomly rent a red Tesla and stop using his $100,000 black Tesla out of nowhere.
hey guys, I know I haven't posted on this account in a little minute, but I just had some words to share with you for 2025. Despite all the craziness that's going on, all the turmoil, the natural disasters, the pain and things like that this year, I just wanted to tell you guys not to be discouraged and not to lose hope and not to turn your face from God in these times of evil. And it seems like just at the start of the year, it's literally January, all this stuff is happening. It's like the most insane, it's February now, but it's the most insane start to a year that I've ever seen. But God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. So keep that sound mind, 2025. Stay prayed up.
Celeste would stay in David's private rental home. With him posting that video around the time the feds believe Celeste had passed, they are claiming that this is his official reaction to Celeste passing. I had to cut it out in the audio, but David literally mentions a crazy time we're living in 2025 and mentions that people have passed on, making many wonder why he would even mention that. However, a viral theory of why David rented a new red Tesla would be revealed. In Teslas, they have a 360-degree motion recording camera, meaning if you step anywhere at a 360-degree angle around the car, it automatically records for up to 15 seconds. But if you don't charge the car for around 30 days, the camera stops working.
David Tesla was repoed on September 8th. He started his tour August 5th, 9th. They said the car was sitting for over 30 days before it got repoed. He reported it missing in between that, but it's been sitting before he started his tour. He called to report a Tesla missing. Now chat, anybody in chat, go to Google and say, can I call Tesla? If my Tesla is missing, can I call Tesla to track it? Watch what it shows you. To call Tesla, a Tesla of all cars you reported missing. When you can call Tesla and get it tracked, that don't make sense. They said the car was sitting for over 30 days. So from when the car was impounded on the 8th, we can add 31 days plus add some change. That's days, if not a week or more, before he started his tour, bro. Dating a 13-year-old, bro. Probably got a... That's why he did that.
But what he did next was unbelievable. With this evidence going viral online, the news would write, sources believe after David hired his new legal firm and transferred assets out of his name, he's preparing for the police to close on him, expect his arrest soon, which made investigators look into why he transferred his assets, because the police, they already tried getting him. And let me explain. It was first announced, too many coincidences, the strange timeline surrounding David and Celeste. On September 18th, David transferred his Texas home into his mom's name the same day that Celeste was found. Just a day earlier, the LAPD executed a search warrant at his Hollywood Hills rental. And on that same day, September 18th, a police call was falsely reported an incident of somebody passing at one of David's homes. When the police arrived, they were met by David's parents, who said that his younger brother and sister were upstairs. However, sources would later confirm this was a way for police to try to find David, because no one knows where he is in case they need to arrest him.
No, out of all times for this to happen, as he's discovered in his car, after she's been identified, for there to be a potential swatting incident where somebody calls 911 with a fake allegation, a fake crime for their property, out of all people, out of all times, it's weird.
Well, it's weird, but it doesn't necessarily surprise me, because this case has taken on national significance in terms of people paying attention to it. And there are bad actors that understand how to bring somebody by way of swatting. So somebody called the 911 system down there. They found the address online and were basically made up a story for the cops to go there. And then they went in, and fortunately the police were very professional and they were able to immediately understand that it was a swatting incident and it wasn't a legitimate call.
But it's likely due to the new evidence that they found. At David's latest concert, before he canceled the rest of his tour, he was seen wearing a new set of bracelets. These bracelets match the exact ones Celeste was seen wearing in a photo that her family took of her. Even her mother shared the photo to her social medias, clearly revealing the bracelets that David just so happened to be wearing during his last show. However, this gave investigators an idea, using David's concerts as a way to see when the last time Celeste was seen on camera. At David's August 24th concert, it reads, David's brother and Celeste in the VIP area at his Silver Spring concert, where fan recordings caught David performing on stage. Meanwhile, Celeste and his brother were at the VIP VIP area. But here's where it gets odd. Celeste is seen with David's brother very often, even seen backstage when it was shared. If this video is accurate, it means Celeste was still alive on June 27th, seen backstage at a David concert alongside his brother. Look closely, she is wearing the Hello Kitty sandals. Like the video if it's odd to you, because according to her missing person poster, the last time they seen her, she was wearing Hello Kitty sandals, the same one she is wearing backstage at David's show. However, there was something very strange about that concert. Later on that night, this is when David would soft launch his relationship with her, going live together during a Twitch stream.
Yo, wait.
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which
that.
one? What's good, David? Big fan, big spot. Oh, thank you, Mitchell.
I gotta stop with him if you even.
We
We need to delete this.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
But this also wasn't the only time they were seen together during a live. David was recognized by a different Twitch streamer while he was playing in an arcade with Celeste. Pay attention to the sweater she's wearing.
Yeah, that's order.
Wow, you look good.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
W's in the chat, man.
She's wearing the same Gap sweater that she is wearing in one of her missing person posters, and even the same glasses that she's wearing while on FaceTime with David. But here's where it gets even weirder. Knowing David wanted to keep the relationship low-key, he would end up doing an interview speaking that he has an alter ego who likes to live in an anime-like world. He likes to imagine that he's an anime character who goes and commits serious crimes, but pay attention to the crime he uses as an example.
Basically an agent of chaos and kind of my alter ego, and the story of the manga went like I was a detective and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, kind of like Fight Club with Tyler Durden, and he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as the detective. So like when I was as the detective, I'd be like solving that I'm committing myself. And it was like a cool little story. I didn't think anything would come of it. Like it was in the vault for.
One viral reply read, "There's hundreds of crimes that he could have used as an example when describing his alter ego, but he chooses to say that? I can't be the only one seeing how obvious this all is, right?" But when you investigate David's interviews further, you'd end up noticing a trend. He uses interviews as a way to let information about himself revealed to the public, but he also does it in the worst way imaginable. The next interview, David would claim that he wants to live on an island with no social media in 3 to 4 years, coincidentally when Celeste would have turned 18.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, so the plan is hopefully this music thing takes off crazy next year.
Why is he saying, why are you saying that like you're not like up there?
Well, I'm not there yet, but hopefully it's like even crazier next year. And then I go on crazy year after year for the next 3 years, and then on the 4th year I retire. And on the 5th year I'm off the grid, living somewhere like on an island with this crazy crib, no social media, no digital footprint. I'm just gone. I'm just gone. In 5 years, I'm gonna be gone.
Will you still remember me?
Yeah, bro. You'll have like the secret codes to the mansion.
Yeah?
You can pull up on every.
What's the secret code? Give us the first 2 numbers.
Absolutely not.
Where fans noted the question was, where do you want to be in 5 years? But he answers it where he wants to be in 3 to 4. Dropping many hints over the last few years, this all would have never even happened if everyone listened to a person that David made music with 4 years ago. In 2021, a man that David made music with would end up trying to expose him for the things he liked to do behind closed doors. Everything was swept under the rug, and David's legal team even went after him, but in 2025, he would give an update to everything going on.
And I just want to clear up that the stuff from 2023 was not about the Celeste girl that was obviously recently in the news. It's nothing to do with her. I didn't know about her. I didn't know she was. I maybe heard her name once or twice. I had nothing to do with her. The stuff I have from 2023 was nothing to do with Celeste. These were other girls that had claimed David had messaged them or had, relationships with them. And I want people to know that in 2023, I did try and bring the situation to light. And a lot of people remember, I was having a lot of It got so bad that David's legal team had got in contact with me to remove everything. I've attached an email here that I received from his team in 2023. And basically they removed my song with David from, streaming services because apparently I was spreading misinformation. The thing is, after that, I got in touch with David and I was like, yo, are the claims true and all of this? And he was like, he literally said, I've got it here. He said, no, it's just some people trying to get clout. There's no evidence and stuff. After that, everything was shut down. Everything, no one else came out after that.
With him making it known that he has already tried exposing this for the last few years, but nobody listened, it seemed as if David didn't want this message coming out. At the same time where he released his video, David would give a response, but he would do it in a secret way. He gave a response by playing Fortnite. It was announced, if anyone is wondering where David is right now, he's lurking and literally playing Fortnite just recently. What you need to remember is David's been a competitive Fortnite player for the last several years. There's a famous website called Fortnite Tracker. On this website, you can follow your favorite streamers or celebrities' profile names, so when they get on Fortnite, you get notified and you can see how well they did in each game. With evidence going viral that David likely didn't want, he would end up hopping on Fortnite the exact same minute, playing multiple games of Fortnite within that hour, which then took its place in virality. However, it didn't end up working for long. DJ Academics would end up going live, where he would give attention to the entire situation and look into song titles by David.
Crashing. Where'd it go wrong? Ghost. Where did you go? Afterlife.
However, during his stream, another piece of evidence would go viral. This time, a video of David cleaning Celeste's shoes outside of his home. Pay attention to the gray Jordans. Comment down below what you believe happened. I'm gonna read them all, and like the video if you believe David played a part in it. I want to know how many of you do.